All right, hello everyone. It's Miss Duncombe. We are going to be doing some sort of abstract pictures today dealing with positive and negative space. Space is one of the elements of art, and it refers to the area in and around various objects. In the physical world, this right here, the scissors, would be positive space because it's taking up space. The area left over around it, here and here, would be negative space. Okay, it's what's left over. If you change the shape of the positive space, you also change the shape of the negative space. You can't have positive without negative, and they work very well together. We're going to be creating a picture today where we use positive and negative space. We won't be throwing anything away. We'll be dealing with symmetry here today. In this particular picture, I created a sort of an abstract type bug. In this one right here, a pot of flowers. You're going to choose a simple image to do for your project today. You can also just choose to use various shapes and interesting designs. It doesn't actually have to be an actual recognizable object. So what we're gonna do, we have a normal piece of 9 by 12 construction paper, and we are going to use a 6 by 9 piece of white paper here. So this is about half, it is half, of the background color paper. And what we're going to be doing after we cut this is going to be gluing it down on one half. So one of the long sides is where you're going to need to make your cuts. So I'm just going to free cut here. I don't want to draw anything out because I don't want to have a bunch of pencil lines that I can't really get rid of. And for this, I'm just going to make some interesting designs. I want to cut out nice solid shapes. I don't want to trim them or do anything once I cut them out. And leave space between each one. Okay. Alright, so I want to keep my pieces. And now I'm going to put glue on the back of this. Hopefully my glue bottle will work. I don't want to overdo it with the glue, but I want to make sure that I get all of the corners and edges. So I do a very thin line and trace around all the edges because I want all these things to lay down nice and smooth. Super thin line because I don't want it squeezing out everywhere. And I'm going to put just a couple little dots here. Now I take my piece and I'm going to glue it down on one side of the paper, trying to match up these corners. Make sure I press everything down so it lays smoothly. Now what I'm going to do is match these pieces back up. So this one right here fits there. I want to make it symmetrical, so I'm going to flip it over like I was opening a book. And that's where I would glue it down. Make sure you're putting the glue on the correct side of the paper. And I want to try to line it up right there. Sometimes with these, with just the little abstract shapes, it's fun because you never know what kind of picture you might end up with. Sometimes they end up looking like something. Sometimes not, but they always create a unique design. If glue does come out of the edge, just wipe it off. It'll be alright. Triangles can be tricky. You got to make sure you line them up correctly before you flip them over and glue them down. Okay. Now this is the one I have left, which is pretty cool, but I want to make this one even neater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut another shape out of this flat side here. So instead of flipping it over just one time, I'm going to flip it over twice. And I get a really neat effect there. Call it a double flip. This can be done with any colors of paper that you might have, and you don't have to use these exact sizes if you're at home. I'm just wanting you to get the concept of positive and negative space and creating a unique symmetrical design. I could cut even more right here if I want, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. Alright, so I've got a unique design here that can look cool any direction you want to hang it. Of course, when I'm done, I always flip these over, write my name on it, because in class these will be going on the drying rack. Alright, well, I hope you enjoy the project today. Have fun!